everybody? Back again, SVL. Back for another coaching session with JackieTran once more.
Ew, ew.
How you been today?
Good, good.
Nice,
You ready for
nice.
Combo Breaker coming
Oh
up?
yeah. I'm a little nervous now. Not necessarily a little nervous, but now that I'm looking at the pools that I'm in, I'm just a little nervous about that. There's not that many people that I really recognize, but me and Tran were talking about this earlier, just like a few minutes ago. But a good friend of mine, Uncle Caps, is in that bracket along with Chanel and Dan DJ, this FGC content creator on YouTube/Twitch. So it'll be very interesting to play against all these other guys. So.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
I know. I think 3 people make it out of pools.
Three? Is there like a?
Oh,
Is it like
top
the
48 or something.
top? Is it like the top two?
It's the two. It's the winner and 2 losers,
Oh, okay. So if
or 2 winners and a loser. I think it might be a winner and 2 losers.
Oh, interesting.
Double Jeopardy and whatnot, and it gives more people a chance to make it out. And you might not play the same guy twice if
Yeah.
later.
Oh, so I'm not doing anything on Friday. I just realized that I get the whole Friday to do what I want.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
I actually volunteered a little bit, so I'm gonna be
cool.
helping out around the venue for the event. I'm excited for
That's-
that. Oh, and that's funny. Kawaii is actually in the pool next to us, so I guess setup-wise, she'll be
Ooh.
literally next to me. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Are you guys to be like in the same group? That'd
Yeah,
be cool.
We get to talk to each other. But she has the only person that I recognize on hers is Mateo.
Mm.
Yeah, he's the Fang player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one that
Plays
I
Fang and
recognize.
Jack.
And there's somebody who is I'm your son, not I'm your father, but I feel like that person plays Lee. I could be wrong.
I am your father. Korean player plays Lee, I think.
Yeah, the person's name's I'm your son, so I wonder if he plays Lee too.
Okay. Well, let's introduce this match here you got here for us to go over.
Definitely. So actually yesterday, while I was streaming, Kawaii Face Smiles actually gave me the opportunity to practice some matches with her. So me and Tran are going to run through some match analysis between me and her. So yeah, just looking forward to see what insight you can provide. She plays a lot more differently than a lot of other people. I mean, it's the weird thing. So, like, when I've been playing online ranks in Red, a lot of people, like, it's weird. So, like, between the yellow and orange ranks, people don't like to press buttons. They just do something when they want to. But, like, they don't really press anything. And then in Red, they just don't stop pressing buttons. It's the complete opposite. It's like, I played against this Hwoarang player that wouldn't stop pressing buttons, and then I played against, like, lots of Hwoarangs, and then this Bob player, which is another one that I'm going to want to have match analysis of whenever, if we have time still after doing some analysis with Kawaii. But yeah, I feel like I didn't do so bad against her Elisa and her Xiaoyu. I felt like I did a pretty good job adapting my playstyle, but yeah, I know there's still some things I can work on, but yeah, we'll just I guess we'll just get started with the match.
Yeah, so you have Kawaii Face Miles and you have Xiaoyu. Kawaii is a player. I think she's improving a lot. Maybe she used to maybe hit buttons, as you would say, per se, a lot before, but she's definitely calmed down a lot. And
oh yeah, she like you'll see it. But when I played against her, she played very patiently. A lot more than I was expecting. I was expecting, like, because a lot of Xiaoyu players that I play against here locally, they want to do as much in front of my face as possible, but she spaces herself out a lot too, so yeah.
Maybe that's her playing Alyssa.
Yeah.
A little bit too.
Yeah, so I guess we'll get this started. We'll just
Is it just one match, or?
It's like, let's see, how many matches did we do? I don't know. I'm gonna go through the first match real quick, but I think I did like few matches against her Xiaoyu. I'd like to say like, let's see, I'd like to say like 4 or 5 matches. But yeah, here.
I noticed that the first stage is Forgotten Realms. So.
Oh yeah, that was.
But one thing new with this world tour this year, Combo Breaker's, you know, the first master event on the tour for the, at least for North America. So, I don't know if you had a chance to really experience the new stage select rules, but
I did.
If
actually,
you lose,
at a...
if you lose, you can actually pick a stage now. So,
I was told it was like either you lose, you can pick a stage, or if you lose, if you want to change your character, you could change your character, but the stage is random. That's what I was told the rule set was.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But actually, I think if you switch characters, you can still pick the stage.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
You're able to pick it if you lose. So, technically, if you're switching characters, you still lost. So, you're just switching characters, right? So.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. I don't know if you have certain stages that you like or dislike, or, depending on the player. But all right, I'm gonna hit play here, or can you hit play?
Yeah, I can hit play. Value players, so this is gonna be good experience for me.
All right.
All right, let's see. Hopefully I can get some more matches with her, like, next week before we all head out to Illinois to play.
Yeah. Fridays, if it's your open day, you just got to make sure you're staying warm and playing and watching as much as possible. So you do have an advantage. You get to watch everybody. Oh, that was nice. They turned around, huh?
Yeah.
So you have a combo in the back for that?
Yeah, I do. That's what I was supposed to do. 2-4-3. Back 2-4-3, but Oh, now we're already at the very bottom. We didn't even know this went around again.
Oh, the 10-second rage mark. Now just run away.
Oh, I timed that out. Okay, nice.
That was a frame trap, kind of.
Yeah.
So like, here, I'll pause it again. Real quick.
So,
okay, so when she goes in the back turn, right?
Like
options.
Hold on, let me go back to that certain move that she did. So we're at 16 minutes.
Yeah, you can go back like maybe 30 seconds.
Right here. So, I don't know what that move is. Whatever she did to go to back turn. That one right there.
Yeah, that. So, it's 1 down 4-2.
All right, and it puts her in the back.
2 options. She can stay forward or she can go into back turn.
Yeah.
Once she goes in the back turn, she has a few options. They're all pretty good, but she can punish most of them. She has the standing 3 from back turn, which is a launcher.
Okay, that's the one where she kicks you upwards and launches you. Right?
Yeah, right. If she does it again, I'll point it out. But
okay,
I think you know what the
I'm
move
pretty
is,
sure I got hit by it at least once.
So, kind of want to wait for her options because you can kind of deal with a lot of them. Especially when rage, she was back turn rage on you and you end up winning that round before that. But there's like to try to set up for her rage drive, which it's low. It's a low starter, back turn starter, right? So turn at you. You can check the back turn with, anything that's 12 frames to 14 frames. Most stuff that's slower than that. If you try to launch it with the 15 frame, like say I have Jack and I try to uppercut it, when she's back turn, she can beat that. Almost everything. She can Cali roll, go underneath it, or she can standing 3 like she did to you just a second ago. It was kind of like a frame trap.
Yeah, she's not plus on it though, right?
That move is high, by the way. The back turn kicks very fast, so.
Okay.
It's just, you know, you gotta do anything that's too slow, it's gonna be you.
So most of the back turn moves are unsafe if I block it, right?
Yeah, the only moves are semi-safe or not very punishable is like she can do a little back turn low kick,
Oh, right, that one. It's slow though, ain't
or
it?
like
I think it was slow, right?
it's the same speed as a regular generic down four.
Oh, okay.
It's the same speed, but it's like if you're looking for the rage drive, or you can kind of fuzzy or low parry if you feel like, you know, as soon as she's in back turn
Mhm.
to do nothing, then you can, you know, try to react accordingly.
Okay.
But a lot of times they'll go into back turn and then they'll try to do something right away. Or if they don't try to do something right away, she can do after back turn. She can spin, or she can go in AOP. She can actually Xiaoyu can actually go into all three of her stances from each other.
Oh, really?
Command. So she can go in AOP, which is down bow punches. And she can also back turn, which is back bow kicks. And she can also spin. Oh, I think the spin is up bow kicks or whatever when you're in back turn. So, and you can actually go from AOP into back turn and spin all three, transition from all three of them. So,
Oh,
just be
that's
aware of that.
crazy. Yeah.
But it's okay. You can don't don't let the movement break your defense. Just try to be aware of it and try not to try to hit Xiaoyu with a lot of slow moves when she's doing all that crazy stuff. So just try to keep it safe and compact. Okay, keep going. You could punish that move.
Which move?
Go back like 5 seconds.
Okay, hold on.
Or like 10 seconds, yeah.
Oh, nice.
This one
That one, the elbow?
saying that's a...
Oh. Oh, that one.
That move, yeah.
Yeah, where that's technically a launcher, that's why, right?
I mean, yeah. Technically it is a launcher, but it's not launch punishable.
Oh. Okay, but it's still unsafe.
You can punish it. You know, 13 frames, 14 frames, whatnot. So, okay, keep going. Yeah, Xiaoyu players like to do that move when you're trying to get up off the ground, or hit you on the ground, or
Yeah.
if you try to get up, it'll pick you back up.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
Both those moves she just did are safe.
Wow, okay.
Into...
Yeah, it looks like she likes to turn around again after she does the elbow, and then it makes her really evasive, I noticed.
Yeah, so both those things that she's doing with AOP and the back turn has kind of like a built-in sidestep with it, right?
Yeah.
So you saw her, she looked like she was crouching, and then looks like she crouched. Looks like she sidestepped on the ground, ducking. So be aware of that. Like, certain highs or certain moves that don't track very well.
Yeah.
Evade it with that.
What?
It's that 4 counter hit. She gets a combo. Oh, AOP went under your mid.
Yeah.
She could also tap down in AOP to go down even more.
Oh, right, yeah, she has that thing where she crouches even more, or like...
Yeah, she down bow punches AOP or Art of Phoenix, and then once you go into Art of Phoenix, she can tap down and go down over and over again. She can keep tapping down if she wants. So it's kind of aware of that also.
I didn't want that.
Whoa. Ooh, nice dive. I like your movement to align yourself with the wall there. You know, you're keeping... It's a low drive, raise drive. Oh, that was weird. Nice.
Yeah, that was really weird. That was close.
What's up? But she went the back turn, rage drive?
Yeah. So you can only do rage drive and back turn, by the way?
Yep, correct.
Okay. And it's low. It's a low.
A low starter. Yeah,
All
low
right.
starter. So you can't really punish it, right? It's safe low starter. So you have to really low parry it or just block it and then respect what she can do afterwards.
I got up wrong.
And that move, it's running 3 with her.
Ow.
Yeah, the one where she hops and then she
Alright,
goes into
that wasn't
Phoenix,
that bad.
right?
It's a safe mid
Mhm.
that's running, so
Yeah,
you
it
can't really reverse it. And
definitely
she can go into
Shadow
AOP
Master.
afterwards.
Yeah.
This is fun, actually.
Well, that's what a lot of
Up
people
four,
like doing for the
3
most
plus
part,
4,
right?
is it safe on block?
It's a move that Xiaoyu
Okay.
players like to do to get in,
Uh-huh.
so they can do running 3,
Oh, shooting star is
and then
safe
mix
on
up,
block.
or
Okay.
they can do nothing,
Mhm.
or a lot of times they'll end their they'll use it in their combos. They'll
that
tailspin,
sounds
and then
fun.
they're running 3 or running 3, mix up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
It's
think
just a very good,
honestly,
it's very
for
good
me,
move.
like the characters that are, well, I guess I think it applies to like kind of like every person, but for me, just characters that can like do back turn stuff are who I'm weak against. So like Xiaoyu, Master Raven.
I wouldn't say you're maybe weak. Maybe you just gotta like
Stuff, but
you just gotta have to.
just like
Know what
stances
I have
he's
to
on the
do.
floor.
Yeah, you kind of have to restrict your move list to kind of deal with it. She can go into back turn again. We'll cancel. You're using a lot of good safe mids to check her. So if you let Xiaoyu do all that stuff, crazy stuff, she's gonna run you over. So you kind of
Yeah.
have to check her.
I'll take
Oh, that was
Yeah.
good. Counter hit. Can hit confirm.
Yeah, I've been trying to abuse 2-2-3 more because
I think
really-
you.
it does a lot of
I
damage.
believe you can. I believe you can hit confirm that.
no, you can, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you can just fish with the 2-2s and then you see counter hit and hit the 3.
Yeah, once I see the second 2, because nobody really punishes, because honestly, 2-2 is actually unsafe, but nobody really knows that.
Oh, you did punish. That was a good punish.
Oh, wow.
But you can punish it harder. You can launch it.
Oh, I can launch that, okay.
But it does have a little pushback, so like your hop kick doesn't have a lot of
Yeah,
range.
so I was like, I'm just
No.
gonna do something that...
So that's good. That's good. Also work on punishing that sweep. You haven't blocked it yet, but it is a little hard to punish it.
That's safe, right? That launcher move where she goes into Phoenix and she like
Yeah, the AOP
She shoots upwards,
it's
yeah.
1+2. Yeah, it's safe, but you can sidewalk it.
oh, okay.
Oh my god, no!
That's the mix up from back turn. The elbow, it's like standing 1. That's like her tailspin. She has a back turn tailspin. It's like elbow and then the kick. So it's back turn 1 and then 4.
Yeah, if I block the elbow and she converts to the kick's a high, right?
You can duck that. But Xiaoyu players aren't going to really do that too much. They're just going to really try to mix you up with the back turn, which is they're going to try to mix you up with the elbow.
Uh-huh.
And then she has a little low sweep from back turn. She gets a free somersault if she hits you with that.
Yeah.
But you can launch that also. So it's really just dealing with the safe options back turn, which are the mid and the high options. The elbow. Look for the mid kick that launches. You can punish that, and then look for the low. You can punish that also.
Okay.
So you can kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes I like to fuzzy mix up back turn sometimes, and then if I end up.
How would you fuzzy it?
Okay, so say Xiaoyu turns back turn. Immediately, right? So
Yeah.
fuzzy guarding there to me would be to low parry the low. Because the rage drive low is very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14 frames back turn, right? So all her other options from back turn normally aren't that fast, but
Yeah.
say she had rage drive and it's kind of hard to react to. I would input a down forward or down, depending if you want to try to low parry or not. But if you input a down forward, like kind of like in Street Fighter a little bit, you could cover the low and the mid option.
Oh, okay.
If you kind of like if you hit down forward and low parry it, right? But if she does it, then you have time to react to. So it kind of covers the mix up, the instant mix up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. Like kind of like fuzzing in Street Fighter or other games, but
Yeah.
in this case, the fuzzy is to kind of deal with multiple options or more than one option, which in this case would be a back turn mix up. And then, Xiaoyu players next level are gonna try to, they're gonna try to do the mid or the elbow on you to try to keep you from fuzzing and to try to hit that rage drive on you eventually. So
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, another follow. Thanks.
kind of like a little mix up they got.
I appreciate it.
Oh, back turn is something that's not too overpowering. You can deal with.
Mhm.
Yes, you hit her out of back turn there. You kind of have to deal with it. Space it out, check it every now and then, and a lot, which is cool. So nice.
No.
The wall was there. You could have went for the easier combo there. Get tailspin into the wall and then wall combo.
Yeah.
Why does that
Off
work?
axis.
No!
Off axis. You hit her off axis. That's why.
Yeah. She was like barely
No!
off axis. That's why I didn't like notice that.
Oh, toe kick is dangerous.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought she was
So
gonna
see-
come a little closer to be more aggressive. So what I thought.
Yeah,
is
so
that
she went
was
for the
gonna
mix
run
up right there.
Yeah, I thought she was
Went for
gonna
the-
run up first and then back turn, and I was just gonna like toe kick her to like stop her from.
A lot of Xiaoyu
Being
players
aggressive.
won't just run up and back turn you, but
Mhm.
there are certain moves that they can transition into back turn off of it, and they're gonna rather do that because it's a little more safe than to just point blank run up when you back turn you. I don't think that's a back turn strength at least, but back turn strength it more or less would be to get you to whiff a move or space out and then punish accordingly, or to mix you up more or less after or a string that she can go into back turn with. But
Okay.
yeah, it's not a threat of you just running up and back turning you. You're not going to see that too much. So,
Okay.
but it looks like you're dealing with the back turn well. Both these matches went to last round, so that's good.
Oh
Oh.
shit.
Went over it. That was good. See, you high crushed the high. This is where you got to chill out a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, is when they're back turn too, right?
Oh my
Miss.
god, I think I threw that. Oh, I threw it! No!
I don't think you threw it, but now you see what I was talking about earlier, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to punish Phoenix stance so much.
Time she actually
That
did
was good,
run up
though.
and back turn you.
Yeah.
You see how the back turn has a sidestep built into it, right?
Mhm.
So it has some evasion to it. So there would have been a great fuzzy right there.
Yeah.
Low pair, killer, boom. You could have maybe killed her before that, but it's okay. Results win and losing because you're playing online. It's not as optimal as
I can play so
offline.
much Tekken now
Mhm.
that I don't have school.
Oh yeah, school's
yeah.
over.
Yeah. School officially ended for me like
can
2
grind
days
so
ago. I
hardcore,
finished
you
my
know?
Nice.
final
And
exam,
combo
so
breaker.
now I can like.
Pass all your classes.
Yep. Straight A's.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wouldn't be right.
Yeah.
Forgotten Realm again.
Felt
Oh.
good to pass with straight A's. So ended the year good.
Ah.
So now I can celebrate by
Oh,
playing
that
games all
didn't
the time.
work.
Shai's a very fast.
So that while running 3, she can convert into that?
Yeah.
'Cause that's-
Okay, so she's threw you in a combo and then finish a combo, or if she hits you like in midair, or
Mhm.
might float you, then yeah, she can continue the combo.
Oh, okay. So that's just a float combo. I didn't know that. Okay.
Ouch.
It's a very good move. It's you're gonna see Xiaoyu players doing it a lot.
Yeah.
Running 3. Remember we were talking about ranges a week or two ago, and Xiaoyu is definitely a range 0 character, right? Range
Yeah.
0, range 1. She doesn't want to fight in range 2 too much, as much as you do.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a lot of moves that reach that far. Oh, I think you get a combo on counter hit right on the wall there.
No!
That move.
Oh, for
I think if you hit him with sidestep punches.
Oh, you're talking about the 1+2? Yeah, that's why I picked her up with a...
Oh, here, back up to the wall again. Like, maybe 15 seconds.
Right there.
Let's see here. Here. Right?
Yeah.
That's guaranteed, but you get a... Did you get a wall combo after that right there? Or no?
After that, I could have done, like, back 3-3 into, like, everything until, like, what I normally do.
Okay,
But-
just curious.
But it was
She had
just...
low life, so it's okay.
Yeah, it was just out of, It was just out of,
Okay.
like, habit, you know, for confirming that, like, hitting 1+2. I usually
'Cause
confirm into that.
Because on regular hit, you get that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. But that's, back 4, I think. Gosh, she gets a combo off of that, too. That's high.
Oh shit.
3 down. To avoid your mid. I like that you're going for the ground pickup. It's good. It's a good connection, too, huh? 5 bars.
Yeah.
I try not to do too many highs against Xiaoyu.
Yeah.
She can deal with it. Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
that was cool. Back turn fakey. Okay. Nice counter hit. Oh, that was you ran up and ducked and then stood up.
I pressed buttons.
See, that's kind of like fuzzing, also, right? So say you're ducking and you react to the mid or the high.
I parried that. Oh.
That's kind of like a reverse fuzzy in a way. Instead of standing up and trying to react to the deal with the low,
That's
you're
the-
already ducking and
That's
you're
the perks of having misstep.
trying to react to the high or the mid.
Ah!
Xiaoyu trades very well, also, as you can tell. Sidestep. Good. Trying to keep her outside of range. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That was
okay.
mid.
Now you see the full power of Artifice right there,
Yeah.
right?
AOP.
I don't fully.
Just a
grasp-
regular. I think you would have
I
hit
don't
her
fully
with
grasp the meaning of Phoenix stance.
hit her with the sidestep 1+2 if she just did regular AOP, right? But she hit down,
Yeah.
and you see the power of the down, and it went
Yeah.
underneath your mid and launched you. So.
I think
You know,
I'm
you just
gonna try-
can't fight Xiaoyu like a regular
think I
character,
might
pretty much. You just
try-
have to
Hopefully doing back 3-3.
like back 3 by itself.
Yeah.
Back three's good.
That was a mid, but she's definitely like below the mid stance, so it'd be like that, I guess. Oh well. All right.
So you're having trouble keeping her out when she's in range 0.
Oh,
So.
my phone charger's all tangled.
Oh, if you fight against another Xiaoyu, or maybe you fight against Kawaii in the future, you know. Now you know Xiaoyu's strengths are range 0, so you know you might not want to press as many buttons while she's in range 0 and try to space yourself into a more comfortable range for you in this matchup, which should be range 1, range 2. See, like right there, she whiffed. So I want to stay in that range. Yeah. Every time you run in, you're getting hit. She's just being patient and moving around until she can get into her range. Also,
All right.
kind of want to play the way she's playing, kind of, but to your character's strengths and ranges, right? I think he could have maybe stopped that and.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Went underneath that too.
Ouch. Ouch.
Oh, hit a 4
That was supposed to be while
Yeah.
running.
He ran out of space, right? Yeah.
Oh! Woo! Okay.
Oh.
I actually wasn't paying attention to time. All right. Neat.
Oh, there's a little neat trick I could show you how to do that move faster, or at least you would be able to maybe get it out there.
For instant while running?
A room, right?
Yeah, it
So-
basically, like, I think I remembered, because I know how to do it, it's just I'm not confident in my execution, but I know it's basically like doing the double dash, and then the third dash button, you press it simultaneously with the attack that you're doing, to make it, like,
So in Tekken,
right
you
in
can
front of your
buffer
face,
certain
right?
movements. In Tekken, you could buffer certain movements, and the input still reads. So like, you know, Julia and King, they have like a throw called Giant Swing or Mad Axes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and Julia has to go back, run up to you, and hit
And then
forward,
do it. Yeah.
and then do it right.
Uh-huh.
So, but in this situation, you want to do it fast, not slow. So, yeah, you can buffer that last forward, and then what is it, 3 after that?
Yeah.
So maybe that's something you can kind of practice on a little bit. Like you can get on range 0 and get up to the character and maybe do a jab, or maybe you can back up a little bit to give yourself more space to try to practice. But
Mhm.
you can do it after a jab if you're fast enough.
Mhm.
So you can do jab after the jab, and then hit forward and 3 right afterwards, and it should come out.
Okay. So do I buffer like the 2 dashes before, like right after I land the punch, or do I just like after the punch I literally just do all 3
Yeah,
dashes?
it's after you land the punch, but you have time.
Okay.
You have time to do it.
Okay.
You have jab, jab forward. You have that window where you can just do the last forward, boom, and then a lot of players will do the last forward, and then the button. But you can actually merge those 2 commands together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and there's other moves like that in the game that you can kind of do that with, buffer around with. I don't know if you buffer with the buttons either. I do a lot.
Oh, okay.
Say 1+2, and you're already doing like a 1. You can hold 1 and hit 2.
Oh, right. I fainted that.
Oh yeah,
Press
I
my-
actually
press
did that on
too fast.
accident. Usually, like in the beginning of the match, sometimes I want to start at with 1-2, and then because it started right at the beginning of match, instead of reading
Right.
1-2, it read 1+2.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Sometimes if you hit too many commands too fast, it'll read it together.
Oh,
That's why you might see like accidental rage art sometimes if they have like a, like a 1+2 command, and I didn't do rage art. All it hit was 1-2.
Whew, okay.
I don't know if it was this match, but I actually, when you were talking about range, I actually started abusing forward 3. Oh yeah, this was the match. I think this was the.
Ow.
Yeah, that's also a great move against her. But you have to space it out. You can't just do it point blank, right? So,
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, nice.
Oh.
This is how you play the matchup here.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah, go for trade or
Oh.
check.
Yeah.
You won. Yeah, you killed her pretty much with 2 trades there at the end. So that's good. It's a little easier to go for trades when you have the life lead. So.
Mhm.
Cool.
And keep that in mind. If you have a player that you're trying to kill and they have like 1 or 2 hits left and you have a little life lead, you can kind of use your life as a buffer or like
Saws. She has her chainsaw.
maybe trade. Certain characters you don't want to
actually,
trade with,
before it
like
was,
Brian or Jack.
Yeah,
know.
definitely.
High level
But
Elisa
Shai's
players.
okay.
This will
It's okay to
definitely
try to
be
trade
an
with
experience.
sometimes. She doesn't do all.
Ow.
Whole lot of
I was
damage.
actually
Yeah.
before I was starting to stream actually, or like today, before I got. Ouch! That reached.
That's how we're always into.
Oh yeah, I bet she's gonna be stressful. It's just like I said, I haven't played against many
Shayu has 2 different versions of Horizon 2. She could hold it or she can just hit it. The last time she hit you with, she just hit it. Go on the back turn off of it.
Actually, no. Actually, strike that.
You're playing the matchup a lot better. You can punish that move.
Is that punishable? That.
We'll pause it and go back and show me.
Oh, fuck.
I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know if I even finished what I was saying. I think I was referring to. I think we already talked about it, but I think I was referring to that. Let's see. Here. Like, I'll show you where I said it.
Actually, no. Actually, strike that.
If you see it again, then point it out real quick.
Right there, that's where I said, is that punishable?
Oh yeah, we already went over that move. Yeah, but you've been playing a little bit
And
long
that one
enough.
too. And then that one too, the launcher one, the 2, we already talked about that one also. I think that was the one I was actually talking about, where you said it was 1+2, where she like launches you.
Yeah.
But it's sidesteppable.
Yeah. So yeah, you could kind of feel when moves are kind of safe or unsafe playing. You've been playing for a little while now, so now just
Oh, I didn't do my jump
down
sprint.
to the correct punish or how plus or minus a move is that you're trying to punish, right? Or the move that you're trying to punish it with. So, because you want to maximize punishes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might be a hard punish. It's better to get something than nothing.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, you just gotta be careful with the highs there.
Oh, what?
Whip punish that. You're just whip punishing the heck out of her. Oh, nice punish of the sweep. I guess that is the punish for the sweep, isn't it? Yeah, you get... No.
Woo! Okay.
Great again. That was good. So remember I told you about the back turn, right?
I'm ready to see how
You did your
stressed
down
out
4-4. I
this
believe your
is.
down 4-4 is
Down
12
4-4,
frames.
I get pseudo stressed out actually, because
You end up trading
when I
there.
do
That was
play
good.
against them, I'm always afraid of
Well, I guess she switches to Alyssa.
Yeah, she switches to Elise.
I can guess.
On an
without
infinite
even...
stage.
This is my first time seeing the video.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's pause for a second. Alright, so... I feel a little more comfortable in the Xiaoyu matchup now. Right? And now, you just kind of have to transition. This is her better character, her main character.
Yeah.
So Alyssa, she's more or less maybe more range 1 to 2 character than range 0, like Xiaoyu. So she's going to be spacing, trying to poke you down like you're doing, and trying to set up for your bigger moves. So her playstyle's got to be similar to yours, but Alyssa's backdash is really good. I think it's like one of the best in the game.
Yeah.
She has stuff where she can she can dash at you and cancel and go back. Has a little slide. The slide is kind of tricky because it's a different punish at different ranges.
Is that like her down 3? Is that the one?
Yeah, it's her down 3, right? So
yeah.
her down 3 is actually launch punishable. And it's a little more safe or less punishable at a different range. I'll see if she does it, but not like a meaty. That's like if it's a meaty block or not. So if like say you block the tip of it, more safe than if you block the meaty of it. Like if she does it deep or too far or too close, if she does too close, you can watch it.
Yeah.
So let's see if she does it.
Oh man.
This is also very safe, but she has highs. There's certain moves that you can duck under. Safe, but she tried to do a counter power crush.
That was at the neck.
There it is, down 3, right there. You can duck that the second hit. And her running 2's plus, but it's high also.
Oh shit.
So you can duck that. It's not something you want to be ducking a lot to try to duck, but you can see you can stay ducking, or
oh shit.
Good, you can react to it. 3 counter hit.
Oh, I thought that was a high.
Yeah, I thought that elbow was a
Nice
high.
mix up.
Ends up being a mid. She has like 3 elbow / like dashing moves that that one.
Yeah.
And then
that
she
one.
has the power crush one.
Yeah, you gotta do that fast, huh?
That was supposed to be
You're not panicking when you drop combos, so that's good. Oh, you gotta finish this one.
Damn it, no!
Oh no!
Yeah, I did.
Forward 2-1.
I should. Yeah.
Okay, so infinite stage, right? So you want to keep in mind you might want to do some change your combos up for the stage.
Yeah.
You might want to do it under that. Excuse me. On the ground, you can go for like a little reset. Stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I grab my water here.
Yeah, no worries. Gonna give Tran a little water break. Keep yourself hydrated, guys.
Okay, so what were we just talking about?
Just like infinite stage, and if I drop the combo,
Oh, yeah,
try
so,
doing some like reset kind of stuff.
Infinite stage, keep in mind that there's no wall, so you know you might want to adapt your combos to the stage a little bit. As you know, your max, like your wall carry combo or your regular combo might, because there's no walls, or your regular combo might knock them far away, or there might be a situation where you're trying to avoid them being in rage, right? So, say like your regular combo into rage, but it wouldn't kill him, right? So this could be a situation where you could avoid the rage and potentially kill him without even have to deal with the rage, right? Say you do like a shortened combo, and they end up trying to do a get up kick and they get counter hit and they die. It's like you just you know, and that was a smooth sail through the round. You know, you didn't have to deal with the rage. You didn't have to deal with them getting up after your combo in rage, right? And you had more control of the situation, right? So keep that in mind in infinite stages, or just, you know, it could be a stage that has a wall, but you might not make it to the wall, for instance, also. So, you know, because some stages are big, it might be like on the other side of the map.
Oh, this is where. Oh no. Oh wow. All right.
So all her chainsaw
Oh,
options are very strong. The high, like that low right there, that's safe. That's high.
Oh no, it's back. Shit.
It's mid.
Right.
That's also safe, but I think you sidewalk that. But they're not gonna. She's not. Most of the players aren't gonna do that drill option unless you're on the ground. They can hit you with it. She was just doing that. So Alyssa has some options that create pressure. You know, with the running twos, but it's high. You're gonna have to eat the running two or the 442.
That was actually pretty.
And deal with the plus frames, or you can try to fuzzy and start ducking it. Be careful, you know, most players are going to try to mix it up if you start ducking that, so keep that in mind.
Lisa's greatest of all time.
I don't think you blocked any down threes yet, but she's definitely doing down three a lot.
When I first saw her in Tekken 6, I actually really liked.
You could kind of like that. She's doing a lot, and when some of her tendencies that she's doing a lot. So you can kind of pretend like you're fighting Kawaii in Combo Breaker, right? She just beat you around straight on Infinite Stage, right? I mean, you're online, you're in the lobby, but you know you could also. I would advise maybe switching stages to a wall stage.
Yeah.
Alyssa she loves Infinite Stage.
Yeah.
She can just back up the whole time. Keep going, make her come to you, and it's gonna be hard for you to get in if she has a life lead. So that's kind of like that's something to keep in mind. And also, you know, you're looking at the match from one round, so it's easier to say that you want to try to make adjustments mid-match, but not the match is over and you have the second match. This would be a time to, you know, and say you lost. Say you take time to go down and try to think of like maybe her top 5 or 10 moves that she was doing to you, and if there's a move that she did to you that was punishable, but you weren't sure how to punish it, maybe you could look that up real quick, or you could ask somebody, or before you get into the next match, that way you're more comfortable. You know, switching stages, always, you know, we talked about that, and then Yeah, and then her playstyle. Her playstyle is kind of she's playing kind of like with Xiaoyu, but it's with her main character, right?
Yeah.
Playstyle hasn't really changed too much from her other character. She likes to throw out moves from far away and stuff like that to try to catch. She likes to do some crazy stuff, but Alyssa's not an easy character to understand. But
Oh shit.
punish that. You can punish that too.
The hop kick, yeah, it's a. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like only minus 13 or something like that, though, so I can only really punish it with.
Yeah, it puts you in crouching, which is tough.
Yeah, so I do wall rising 3-3 because that's my fastest and most effective punisher.
Well, rising 2-3 is what 14.
Yeah, so I would do 3-3 instead because I don't think it's minus 14 for the hop kick.
Yeah. It puts you in crouching, so it's kind of tough.
Oh wow.
She's backing up still, but you have the life lead, so it's okay. Oh, that was weird. You got hit going into Hitman, huh?
Yeah. I thought I could.
And then her rage drive is safe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly thought that was punishable.
I think I
thought that was
punished
punishable.
too late.
I guess I was.
I like the
that was
attempt, but
a lot
your
quicker than I
rage art's actually very slow,
hoped it to be.
and the move that she did was very fast. She did a magic 4.
Mm.
So, like the only way you
Okay.
can really punish that is if you're ducking. See, it's high, super fast. Yeah. Her magic 4 is like 13 frames. Yeah, it's super fast. Ball and counter hit. It's just like one button, standing up, you know. So
Yeah.
that's high. That chainsaw is high.
Oh.
It's like the little dashing left hand angles up a little bit. The saw,
Yeah.
that one's high. Yeah.
It's like the same as her rage art. That's like basically
kinda,
the same.
yep.
Yeah.
So
You think the robo dress is
pretty
more
much all her
effective?
chainsaw options that are high are safe. You
I
just
think
have to
it's
duck
pretty
them.
nice.
Mhm.
I think how they have like a whole mechanical suit.
The option I
Whole,
believe you
like,
can punish, but it's
cute
like
little dress that she
something
has.
like 12 or 13. So.
Really nice. I just. Like the
She's kind of like
character design overall
Yoshimitsu.
for
You know, she has
Tekken,
she
so-
only has a limited amount of moves she can do when her saws are out, compared to when they're not out.
I feel like every person in every.
And I think she can
relation
command,
feels
put them away also.
new
You know,
Yeah.
so
or
just be aware of that,
fresh
yeah.
With their style.
So don't panic too much whenever she has her saws out. You just have to respect it.
Mhm.
Because not every chainsaw are very strong. Most of the good options are high, so you can deal with them.
Okay. Okay.
Can I do?
I'm in.
I didn't realize my. whip
Okay,
was
I like it.
far.
I like it.
I think I
Yeah.
only won like twice out of like all the Elisa matches that I had against her.
Well, that's her main character. She's good. So.
I am West Coast.
Yeah, I'm impressed. You're doing well though.
Oh,
You're
what?
adjusting.
Okay,
Just
right
wait
there.
till I get
Okay, I'm gonna go back
That's a
real quick.
pretty-
Yeah, go back. I
Okay,
think
so,
Oh, I didn't realize my whip.
this is
went
kind of
that
like
far.
I think this is kind of like a rollback or a rollback setup.
Yeah.
Either that or it's guaranteed
let me find it.
up like right here.
I am West Coast.
Right there.
Oh,
what?
okay, so that move.
Yeah, where she does the
call it.
dash, where she does the power crush dash punch.
Okay, so they call that move like tie your shoes or like the low swipe punches.
Yeah.
It's a pickup, so it's kind of like a reset. So since you didn't decide to get up or tech roll at that time, hit you on the ground and it picked you back up. That's what happened. So
I
it's
have
like a
to,
reset.
so okay. I was trying to just like get
It's
a
just a
regular.
setup. It's just a setup that she did.
Okay, so after getting hit by that power crush thing, my best.
Let's back up a
thing to
couple
do-
seconds. Let's back up a couple seconds again and watch it.
Okay,
It's like 5 seconds.
right there.
Yeah.
I am West Coast.
I'm gonna try to. If you were holding back there,
Yeah, I was holding back.
you could roll back. If you
Oh no,
get
I
hit
was
by
trying
that
to just get up. I was actually just trying to. Just
yeah,
get
yeah,
Up.
but you can actually hold back as you're getting hit by the move, right?
Yeah.
if you were holding back at that time, you would roll back immediately, and it wouldn't be like a hard knockdown.
Oh, okay.
It's like a little quick get up. There's other
Yeah.
moves in the game that allow you to do that. In this case, it's a setup that she did. So
Okay.
she saw that you didn't roll back immediately. And then she went for the tire shoots. Yeah, see.
Oh, what? It's because I didn't get up. That's a pretty.
But it's okay. So now you understand there's a difference between holding back
No, what?
immediately and holding back after you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Because if you hold back immediately or after you hit the ground, it might make you do you won't be able to roll back immediately. So.
Okay.
So I understand the difference of that. It's like there you held back and you stood up.
No!
Wow, she went completely around you.
I'm dead.
You just need some mids that reach because she's keeping you in that range 1 to 2, or it's making it hard for you to punish. Situation, since she's backdashing a lot, you kind of have to dash to counter the backdashing. But be able to block still, right? You don't want to dash and hit buttons because you're gonna get hit. If you at least dash and then be able to block, you can cover the space and keep her from running away from you the whole time. Or in this case, like you have a life deficit, so you might need to get some. Oh, I think you could punish that.
Oh, the rocket fist?
Yeah, the low fist, I think. Double check, but I'm pretty sure you can punish that also.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna come out faster, so I was ducking, and then I went to standing, and then yeah.
Thanks for the follow, AF Kane. Are there not that many West Coast Tekken players? I feel like Cali has some strong players.
Not out here. So, it just seems like you're getting used to her style and her main character right now.
All the follows, guys. Oh, that was tight.
I want to work on. Are you familiar with chess at all?
Yes.
Like opening gambits and stuff. So,
okay. No.
Yeah, I kind of want to go. Opening gambits are pretty much like opening.
I don't know why I keep on mistaking that for.
Or like certain strategies or certain pieces that you move to have like a certain setup at the beginning.
Oh, that's what you call it. Okay. Well, I know about that. I didn't know they call it opening gambits, but I'm aware.
In chess, they call it. In chess, they have certain openings.
Yeah.
They call it that. So, in Tekken, you can kind of do the same thing, like at the beginning and around. So. She's kind of been partying in the beginning and around. She's kind of like taking the initiative beginning and around a lot. So. Kind of like a pattern I noticed. So let's see if she does it again. Round 1 here. She's already up 2 rounds.
Fights next time.
Yeah, see how she started around? That was her opening gambit. I'm gonna do safe mid that tracks, right? So.
I don't know. Whenever the next trip is.
Note on how people are opening, right?
I don't know when the next trip is actually.
When you play, so you can kind of. Nice trip. Ooh, pee.
I want to go to Wednesday night fights actually. That'd be pretty tight. I wanted to go like yes.
Yeah, I heard the Vegas boys went to Wednesday night fights on Wednesday.
They did. Paulo washed them all.
Nice with the Kuma.
Yeah, he washed Ricksta.
Jab.
Let's see. I forgot who else. It was Ricksta.
Ow.
He also beat a lot of people. Basically, like the first 2 guys were like really close to beating the other 2, and then like Paulo just straight up beat everybody after that. He like won. He like reverse or 1-person victory.
Whenever everybody
or OCV.
makes the next Vegas
Reverse OCV'd you.
Yeah, he OCV'd everybody. He didn't even let Wayne play. Wayne was the last person.
Sup, Salty Yugi? Thanks for tuning in. Glad you could make it for my stream. Say they do it monthly.
Looks like you're making a
Well, I know it's
little
already
adjustments
been
here
out, but
within the
it doesn't
matchup.
hurt to, like,
She's still kind of overrunning you with a lot of
doesn't
power
hurt to,
crushes and
like,
running
Tekken
twos.
Goddess? That's not me.
Can you whiff a little bit? So
You see the Tekken God Prime on Kawaii Face Smiles character? That's not me. Oh, thanks for the follow too. Appreciate the follow. Don't forget, Salty Yugi, tomorrow's hashtag dash tag for Dragon Ball and
wow. She's kind of hitting you in range 1 and 0 a lot. See, those moves that you're doing are kind of slow, right? So,
yeah.
and you need space. So. Stuck. Ooh. You. So there's got to be an easier way to.
No!
And you dropped it twice. There's got to be an easier way to like do that move, right? So, buffer again, like we were talking about earlier. So you do R in 2, 3, right? And then as you're hitting the 3, forward movement, or at least one of the forwards, would come out. You just do forward and 3, and it should come out. But that way you'll be able to do it like at the fastest time. Because you're missing. It looks like you're missing a little bit, but it's. I know it's not easy.
I've been getting it more down consistently because I didn't really necessarily do buffering, but like how I
doing it faster.
Like how I treated instant while running, instead of like, instead of doing like the 3 dashes and pressing the last forward and 3 simultaneously. That's the same thing with the wall rising. I just pressed the last forward and 3 simultaneously, but like. It's like instantly after I recover, but I'm gonna see what I can do to buffer it.
You're doing your running 3 is the same concept, so you understand that.
Yeah, that's basically what I applied, and it works. It ended up working, and I've been able to get it more consistently now than I have been earlier. So I'm confident now to keep on doing that, but I'm gonna try working on the
running 3.
Running 3, and then just like seeing if there's a way I can like buffer that first forward, like you said, during the wall rising.
Because the running 3 is a really good move, and if you can do it, or up close, or range 1, it makes it a lot scarier. So,
yeah.
And you can start with punishing stuff with it, whereas you might, there might be some of the moves that might not reach or might not hit them, but that will,
I just walked
forward. she's hitting buttons definitely at the beginning around a lot. So she's testing your.
I should. Is that natural, or do I have to get up? Like I absolutely have to get up.
Tell yourself, Chantel, your past self.
Yeah. Ouch. So that is not a high.
You gotta hold back. You made it easier in this game because in Tag 2 you couldn't hold back a lot, right?
Yeah.
You hold back a lot, you get hit.
Yeah.
Sometimes we launch, but they made throws and they made getting up a little easier, so you just gotta take advantage of it. So it's almost like if you're getting hit.
Oh no!
Right, because you're getting hit in the air, right? But you could always be holding back, or in this case they dropped a combo, or
no.
You ready to hold back? You ready to roll back when the combo ends, right?
I should have done wall rising.
I can hold back after she knocks you down.
Wall rising 3 instead.
Reset. They made it pretty much you can hold back all the time, so it's cool. But sometimes there's setups where you can't, or if you hold back, you can't deal with certain things. So. You're more susceptible to Oki and mix-ups if you hold back, or throws. Also, So when you're playing against people, try Try to focus more on your
That's a good
opponent
idea.
than yourself.
It's just we had the title Smashworks or the name Smashworks.
Try to
for
practice playing
quite
in your
some time. I'm at
in
66
your with Lee in your
followers.
peripheral. Your eyes may be more or less on. If there's a certain spot on the character that could be comfortable for you, you can like look at their feet or look at their, or just the character in whole. It helps a lot with reacting and punishing and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
Once you get comfortable enough with your character, where you don't have to look at your character anymore, you know. So.
Mhm.
Aw, Jazz.
You're getting around in here. Oh, nice low parry. Now you know the combo.
Yeah.
Combo didn't kill her, right?
Yeah.
So that was a kind of like a situation where I was talking about earlier, where you could go for like a spike or like a little reset there.
Yeah.
You tackled her and killed her, but she could have easily gotten up and
Rage drive.
hit you back. Yeah. So that was just one instance where I feel like that could have been a situation you could have maybe went for a different combo or just maybe spiked them or.
Oh, this was actually the match that I won, actually.
Yeah, go for a combo that you have more control of the outcome of the ending after you end the combo, right? So.
Yeah.
Because if you're not gonna kill her, then it's okay to do less damage and have more control of the situation, and it increases your probability of winning the round. Instead of getting woke up rage art or rage drive into, because they'll definitely do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Also saying, you know, sometimes you got to give a little to get a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, certain moves that you might see, but you're not blocking it, right? So you don't want to punch on that move or try to block it every time you see it. But also want to kind of set your opponent up for, you know, there might be a key moment later down the road. Whereas, okay, I'm gonna let him hit. I might let her hit me with this down back 3 once or twice, but like. Like that down 3 earlier, you low parried that like perfectly, you know, like you were ready. So that would be a situation where kind of like that. So.
Oh shit.
So like right now you have a life lead and the time, so you could take a little bit of down. You can take the lows as long as it's not gonna kill you, right?
That's why I was like trying to back up because I was.
The life. Ooh. Ow! It's okay. Yeah.
Ah, shit. I should have just continued that.
I think you did okay there. It's fine.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah, she has an option. She can sidestep with the chainsaws. So it's just trying to keep composure or try not to panic too much when both players have low life and it gets to like the slow-mo time, you know.
Yeesh.
A 2-hit string, I think. You can't. It's like a natural combo. I think. Yeah. I think you just tried to hit a button after it was over and you got hit.
Ouch.
Yeah, see, I rolled back that time.
Good. Oh, nice. Very nice.
Woo! Okay.
Oh, very nice.
I feel like she was floating though. No, she was in the air.
Oh,
No!
she gets a free mix-up right after the rage drive.
Yeah.
So rage drive's 2 hits. She can either cancel it or she can
Do that low, yeah.
dash into a mix-up. She didn't have to do the low, but she just went for it there.
Ouch.
Your attacks are keeping your attacks compact, playing your range. Oh, okay. Nice.
No. Oh.
A little too linear. You gotta see how she's sidewalking. You gotta sidestep a little bit more and sidewalk.
Woo. Okay. Yeah, scaling, cause when I did the rage art, she had she was in midair technically. She was in a
Good.
state of midair.
Adjustments.
Hey Bentley, thanks for Thanks for stopping by. Yeah.
How did we start?
Oh, okay.
Oh, we started at like, oh, I don't know. Oh, it's already been like an hour. Oh, shoot.
Has it?
Yeah. Didn't even feel like it.
All right. Well, how many more matches you guys played? Do you know?
Oh, we played for like another half
For-
hour.
Okay.
Played for.
All right. Well, maybe we'll go one or two more then.
Okay.
The match that you picked out that kind of went crazy, but I think this is pretty good. I think.
I'll pick the one where I won again.
Well, let's watch this one real quick and see what happens.
Okay.
And then maybe we can watch that one, and then it looks like you're getting comfortable with the matchup and her play style a little bit. You've played her in about 10 or 15 matches now. So. And they're running too. That's good.
Uh-oh. No!
It's like you're already knowing what I'm telling you
Oh, wow.
before I told you. Like this happened yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It's just taking you a little time to. Ooh, that was good. It's taking you a little time to match, which is fine. But the goal is the key, or the goal is to try to do that as fast as possible, right? So
Yeah.
let's download my opponent.
Wow.
Let's see what moves they're doing and not doing, and how they're playing. How their play style is. Ooh, nice spring kick. Oh!
Yeah.
Wow. I thought you were gonna win that for sure.
Yeah.
I think they actually nerfed spring kick right from season 2 to season 1. I don't know.
I
if you
didn't know that actually. What
They
did
made
they
it
nerf about it? Just like how active it is, or?
Oh, they made it slower.
Ah.
So I think they made it slower by like 2 frames.
Oh, okay.
So spring kick in season 1 was very good. It was hitting people out of everything. It was very fast.
Bentley, are you not at Bloodsport right now?
That's if that was season 1, you would have won that. I'd slow mo with the spring kick, but I think the season 2 nerf, you lost
Yeah.
that. FYI, if you decide. So you don't see as many people spring kicking as you did in season 1.
I
One
tried
frame
to.
or 2 frames makes a big
I'm not good at
difference.
it.
Oh, the mix up.
That hurt.
Ooh, nice
Ah!
mix up. Okay, that's.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you at
So after Rage Drive, would
PSG?
that
I
have
thought
been
you
a?
meant
So
PSG.
after like Elisa's Rage Drive, is it optimal to try fuzzy guarding there?
It depends, right? So, she has 2 different rage drive options. She can rage drive
Mhm.
and not dash, or she can rage drive and dash.
Mhm.
Rage drive, dash, and she did the low. That was the time she dashed.
Mhm.
But that time she just did rage drive and then did back 3. That was
Yeah.
it. Rage drive is plus on block, so she can pick or choose whichever one she wants to do. But as goes for the dash, you can fuzzy.
Okay.
There's also a lot of situations, depending on what player or who they're playing, you can kind of squeeze in little moments where you feel like you can fuzzy.
All right.
Certain times when I'm playing, people might be like, "Oh, that was a good low parry," or like, "Wow, that was a good read," but actually I was just fuzzying.
Yeah.
I kind of, you would call it guessed right.
Yeah.
I guessed right in situations. So giving yourself more ways to deal with something without committing completely.
Mhm.
Oh shit. You know, I thought maybe she'd buy it. Oh shit.
Do you feel like do you like hitting buttons sometimes when you're far from your opponent because they're doing it too also, or is it kind of like a thing? Or like do you feel like you
I was just hoping they're gonna like what I literally said
nice.
in my
Okay.
in my commentary. I was hoping that maybe she'd just run into it, because I know she liked doing like running moves, so I thought that maybe I would catch her.
Thanks for
doing
showing
a
me
wall
how
running
stressful
move.
it is to play against Elisa.
this game you don't have to give up like that, but there's always going to be a chance where you can come back. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have no walls to protect
you
me.
don't be discouraged if you have a life deficit or they have a huge life lead on you. You can still work it out or grind it out, or you make.
Uh-huh. Oh, and then
You
this
know.
is the here. I'm gonna fast forward to the set that I won for this one.
Okay.
This is the one that I ended up winning after 8 matches. Yeah.
And you're a Boyako, and she's Tekken
Oh.
God Prime, so it's pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Yeah, I started rolling back after that move now. The shoulder.
Yeah, you're like,
elbow.
I'm tired of getting hit by this reset. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Good. Just canceled at you? She's doing it. She just did it twice. Yeah. So you're.
What the shit?
I'd step by her. It's a setup. Power crush setup. You got the life lead here. She has rage. Kind of just want to wait her out. Yep, there it is.
Woo, yeah, I read
Ready?
it right that time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you fuzzied there or you just reacted to it, but that was good block. This is a good tempo you're playing here. You're choosing your attack and then your blocker attacks. So that's good.
Holy shit.
Try not to get into your opponent's attacking habits, per se. Try not to play to their tempo as much, and try to play your game.
I regret that. I didn't mean to do that. Ah!
Okay. See, good. You started around and you backdashed 2-3 times, and that was good. You haven't even hit a button yet. There you go. And your first button you hit her, so that was good. I think I advised you to try to think about stuff like that too. Like let's try to start the round without even hitting a button until they hit a button on me first, right? Or let's see how long I can go without getting hit, or let's see how long I can block before I hit them. You know, stuff like that. If you're gonna do a move that's outside of the range of where it can hit, right? You're most likely trying to bait him, right?
Yeah.
Or whiff punish him, right? So
Yeah.
just be careful with that also. Baiting whiffs are pretty safe, so it's not too big of a deal, but sometimes she's whiff punishing you when you're doing that. So you're playing solid, right? And then the only time that they can hit you is when you're whiffing, so give them as many opportunities to whiff punish you when you're baiting, then right.
Ouch.
Ooh, get up, little Perry. That was good. Oh, whoa. Wow, little Perry. I see. That looked like a fuzzy right there. Heard that dick jab?
That was a fuzzy right there. Cause
there you go. So you're already fuzzy. You just didn't know it.
Woo!
And you kind of shut her down on her mix-ups a little bit by fuzzing, right? She was like, okay, I'm gonna go for the slide again. I don't care if you low parried it. I'm gonna do it again. You low parried again, right? So you know they're probably not gonna go for it again after. Most players aren't gonna go for it after the second time, but definitely not after the third time if you check it 2 times in a row like that. So.
Yeah, definitely. Last one.
Every player has their breaking point, so all it takes is like that. So if you can break your opponent by just making a good read on them, then it's definitely good at working your advantage. All right, one more, you think?
This is the last game, like the last game between me and her.
The overlay.
Just want to see how you adjust to her after you beat her.
Persia, she made it for me.
I'm gonna be honest
really
with you, I
quickly,
actually
too,
lost this one, but
Oh yeah, that's fine. Well, I just want to see how she reacts to you after you dealt with that. So.
Yeet.
A little more.
yeah, she kind of changed her gameplay a little bit.
Yeah, this is more like her tournament style play. I see. I think before she was just kind of putting you to the test, see what you know about Alyssa in the matchup. You know a little bit, or you actually beat her, so she's playing a little harder.
Ow.
She's not giving up a whole lot. That was good.
More turtle style. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
You even noticed it after the first round. That's good. On a tournament style, you're not going to be able to talk out loud like that, so you're going to have to just talk to yourself
Yeah.
mentally. But it's okay to talk to yourself out loud. That's good. Don't forget. How about breaking the match down into sections, that way you can comprehend it? Because a lot of stuff can happen within one game, you know? You don't want to get overwhelmed.
What the fuck?
But you need to put the matchup in your favor.
Damn, nice sidestep.
Just gotta change it up a little bit. You know, you do, what is it, up forward kicks?
Yeah.
Mix it up a little bit. What you do on follow up sometimes after starting your setups. Blocking.
Woo!
This situation would be, I would just, good punish. Backing up, blocking, and make it come to you and punish accordingly.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, it's easier for them to make a mistake than for you to make a mistake, right? So, or punish it, right? So.
Alright.
It's weird.
Ah! Damn it, alright. Nice.
That was weird how you got hit by that too. I guess you were trying to stand up.
Yeah.
Those were fun games.
Yeah, so that running two mix up, you can kind of fuzzy that a little bit, but it's better just to kind of
Honestly,
commit.
I'd like to play more, but I know you got a stream going on yourself too, so.
If you were ducking and you tried to stand up, she hit you. So
Yeah.
it's a little easier to go from the other way around, standing up, and then try to react to the low.
Mhm.
Yeah, all I can say is maybe just try to work on your movement more, try to sidestep a little more, even though I know that was the infinite stage, but she was doing that on you, so, you don't want to have that disadvantage.
Mhm.
You want to be able to do that also. Alyssa's not an easy character. She's kind of safe, so you're going to have to pick and choose your spots.
Mhm. Just a real quick question on, like, in regards to that, for, like, movement. So, I know we, like, already did some about explaining about that and, like, sidestepping and all, but how do I sidestep meaningfully? You know what I mean? Like, how do I not, like, for me, I know I do sidesteps, like, especially against the wall. Like, if I have my opponent at the wall, I want to sidestep so they would stay at the wall, so they won't get back to the open floor or open area. So, how would I decide to sidestep meaningfully?
Direction?
Like,
Yeah,
not just
I
the
guess
direction, but like, when would it be like a good time to sidestep? Because I know, like, if I were to just sidestep, when we're like super far away from each other and we're all just moving around, like, there wouldn't be any really purpose in sidestepping at that point. So
here's two situations, right? Okay, one situation, you have your opponent to the back, their back to the wall, and then a separate situation could be where your back's to the wall, right? And I'll just pretend you're like in the corner, and first situation you have somebody against the wall. Player's gonna try to get out of the wall, right? So this goes down to focusing on your opponent rather than your character, right? So on your character, and you can move accordingly. You can kind of try to counter whichever way they're moving with your movement. So say you're on 1P side and they're on 2P side to the wall's to their right, so they have to go down.
Yeah.
So you knowing that they have to go down to get out, you should be ready to go down with them as you're going down, right? To compensate that, right? And it also keeps the position. You don't lose your position. So, that could be a bad feel. If you let your opponent out of the wall in that little corner, and some characters can get out, or they can try to like throw you or whatever. But for the most part, use your space and your position to your advantage, right? So in that situation, you would go, down because they're going down, but you want to watch their character and you want to see which way they're going. So if they stop moving, you can stop moving, right? Or if they're starting to like sneak a couple side steps and down, well, you can sneak in a couple sidestep down too to counter that, and now you're right back to ground zero again, right?
Yeah.
And also, just a neutral like sidestepping. You want to kind of sidestep moves that are kind of pressuring you in neutral, um, vertically, right? So certain moves that are they can't be dealt. The only way you can deal with them is sidestepping. So there might be a move that's vertical, kind of like in Soul Calibur. It's vertical and it's safe, and you can't really deal with it. um, and also like safe jabs and certain pressure, you kind of want to sidestep to throw off their strings, or so you can punish accordingly. Some characters have stronger sidesteps. Like in this instance, I don't think your character has sidestep moves, but you do have some good sidestep moves. So I would be using it, like sidestepable punches, and what is it? Sidestep.
I only have
four or
like two
sidestep
things. It's
two good moves out of sidestep. So
the other one is just sidestep 3+4, and that's it.
but you also have back two.
Mhm.
I think Lee and Kazuya have this option where if you tap forward, they sidestep, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be careful with that also. But situation with, okay, so your back's to the wall. So say you're on 2P side and your back's in the corner, and you're trying to get out or maneuver around, and your opponent is trying to keep you trapped. So you have to kind of mix up your side steps, right? To kind of counter their counter. So they're trying to do to you what I just try to tell you to do to them on yourself, right? So you knowing that, if they're going to try to walk or sidestep you off or close you off from the wall, then you have to kind of mix it up or sneak in some sidesteps the other way.
Okay.
Until they start doing it. Or sometimes you might have to sidestep into them, right? So say they're expecting it to go down, go up. As long as you're making an attempt to get out of the wall. You might not get out of the corner every time, but if you're making an attempt to get out of the corner or the wall, it increases your chances of getting out, and it also increases your chances of winning the match, or even increases your chances of coming back if, say, you're losing the round. Because you're probably in a life deficit of some sort if you're in that position, right? Deficit, you're at least in a positional deficit because you could have the same life total, but they have the advantage because of the position on the stage.
All right.
And every stage is different too, so keep that in mind. But if your back's to the wall or their back's to the wall, you have to make an effort to keep the position in your favor, depending on if you're on the left side or the right side, right? You're the aggressor or in this case. So
yeah.
So pretty much, if you're on offense, don't let your opponent squeak out as much, and if you're on defense, try to make an effort to get out as constantly or as much as possible. The defending part is probably a little harder than the offensive part because worst case if they get out, you probably still have the life lead or get them back in the wall, or now they're trying to recover and you're like, okay, they got out of the wall and I'm ready to fight. So.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So you did well against Kawaii though. She's a very good player. She's been playing for a while. Two characters that she plays, you might not have a whole lot of experience, or maybe you have some people that play those characters locally, but you got to see a little bit more of like a higher level taste.
Yeah.
So this goes back to a little bit you were having problem with maybe mash or not mash, or how to differentiate a player in their skill level. How to play to that tempo. So she's a better player, so you might have to hit less buttons or play a little more careful. Pulling back is good against Alyssa, so that. But she's not unbeatable. You could beat her.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I think if you had more time with the matchup and you guys played more, and you have the knowledge that you do now with the matchup a little bit and her play style, you do a lot better.
Yeah.
But it breaks pretty much what we're trying to get at is breaker coming up. You have your pool, so you know who's in your pool, and then you might know some of these characters that they play. So you can do as much. You know, you have all day Friday, and then you have some of Saturday, so you have time between now and then to do as much homework as you can as possible on your, as far as your pools, what characters they play, or what what potential people that you could be going up against, and then their skill level of each player. Little adjustments that you can make into your game, and as far as your game goes, you have to be able to gears in a way you call it. Just pretend like you have a full tank of gas and in your car, and the first goal is to get out of pool, so you don't want your first round match, right?
Yeah.
So you have to space your gas out and your stuff, your plays, whatever you want to call it, and try to play the long game. But you're also taking it one round at a time as a player. But try not to focus too much on one round, because if you lose that round, or say you win, tunnel vision with that player, it could cost you. So just try to play each round as it goes. But there's a lot of things outside of the game that you can incorporate to help you in the game. It's just fighting, because any edge in a fighting game is huge, right?
Yeah.
If I can hear somebody pressing their buttons on their stick whenever they're attacking or moving, that's a huge advantage. Just something small like that. So just any player can realize how they're losing or what they're getting hit by after the match, but some people might not be able to do that right away, or some people it might take them longer. But to adapt and then download a match or within rounds, right? And sometimes after the match might be too late. You're already down a match, or they might already switch their style up the second match. So by the time you're trying to adjust after the first match, it might not even be good. Yeah.
Cool. All of that has been noted. I'm gonna do some homework over the next week on guys that I can recognize. So I'm gonna just do that. Yeah. Hoping I can
Is there any other questions or thing you want to say before we close out, or?
No, that's honestly it. I think the next time I have a session with you was what, this Tuesday? Or something like that?
Well, we can do it whenever, because you have Combo Breaker coming up, so whenever.
Before that, yeah.
Yeah, whenever I'll be available for it. So just let me know, and then we'll have like a nice little crash course breaker. Try to get you in there and going in there fresh and ready.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think you're almost ready. You just got to get, Combo Breaker is it's a big tournament, so you've played in big tournaments before. Turning nerves and whatnot, but stuff like that I can't teach you. You just have to.
Just gotta mentally
learn how to.
myself.
Yeah, you have to learn how to cope and deal with it the best way you can with your body and your mind. So.
Yeah.
But I can help you on certain things to focus on or things not to focus on. But as far as like nerves, which I think if that's the only thing that you are seriously worried about is your nerves, then I think you'll be fine.
I don't think I am. I'm actually not too worried about tournament nerves. Usually, like, for me, after kind of like dreading the tournament play, once it actually comes around to it, like, everything just kind of like drops, and then once I get to the player match and the character select, I kind of already start calming down. But I'm still going to find some ways to just still keep myself mentally strong and fortified to not let nerves get to me, because I know, like, back then last year at EVO, I was playing against one of the 20 ounce or the 20Z players. His name was Fred Distance, and I ended up like not winning because I was playing like really stiff, because I got I went in a little too cold. So
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think just like, I guess just
So-
like more mental, just thinking about the game more, just to keep myself like image training. That's what you call it, image training.
Yeah, try not to focus too much on just the actual match and
Mhm.
fighting, and try to focus on more on everything as a whole.
Mhm.
Then maybe there's a couple things you can work on in practice mode, like try to work on the wall rising 2-3 hit confirm,
Mhm.
and then maybe some of your combos that are a little harder to do. Try to make sure you're crisp and on point for combo breaker.
Yep. Yep. I'm just gonna be doing a little bit more exercise this next upcoming week since I'm now free from school.
Because that's
So I'll
like the only
probably
thing I
do a
really
lot
saw that
more.
you. That's the only thing I really saw that you were missing.
Dropping was my
Dropping was that wall rising 2-3 thing.
yeah.
Easier to hit confirm that, but
Yeah, which is not that bad considering that it's one of the harder things to confirm into. So
just try to work on movement and work on sidewalking and sidestepping, on offense or on defense on the walls and confirms and stuff like that.
okay,
Yeah.
I will do that. Yeah, I guess that's about it for our session.
Alrighty, well, it was a pleasure, and I think you're almost ready. We got one more week for Combo Breaker, so.
Yeah, appreciate all the advice you've been giving me so far.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked and anxious, and just a mix of feelings for next week. So.
I mean, I'm not trying to add any pressure to you, but I have some high expectations for you, so.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I guess I'll wrap this up. But yeah, that concludes my week 3 training session with Tran, and I believe next week, sometime before Combo Breaker, me and him will be having another session again, maybe playing some matches with him, who knows. But yeah,